Looking for a new ride-on mower? I guess one of the questions that we've never had to consider is an electric machine a possibility? And now it is. So what we're going to do in this video is that we're going to explore the differences between an electric machine and then what's available in a petrol. So when we look at a petrol machine, I guess the options are endless because there's bigger machines, there's bigger horsepower, they're not limited by how much you can cut with it. So we've got a lot of choice. We can get across the ground quicker with the machine and ultimately get the job done quicker as well. When we put that on the flip side and we look at an electric machine, so this particular machine here will mow up to 2 acres of grass. So it is somewhat limited, but that's only just for the moment because John Deere is developing this range and we will see bigger things as they come. So when we compare this to a comparable petrol machine, there's plenty to like about electric. Battery technology or electric, it's not new in this market, but there's other players that are out there at the moment, and a lot of their sort of claims as to how much they'll mow, it depends on what you're going to be doing. John Deere is quite direct with this machine, and they say that you can mow 2 acres quite comfortably with it. So it doesn't matter how long the grass is, that machine will be able to do that. So we are limited at the moment. This has been filmed at the back end of 2024, but in the future we will have bigger machines that can do much larger areas, and that's ultimately, when it comes to a question of petrol or electric, it will actually come down to what's going to be your preferred power plant on it, because there will be a machine in each range that's going to do the job. So there's an assumption that the electric mower is not going to be as quick or as good as what the petrol mower is going to be, but this mower here is a Z370R and we've got a Z320M. They are exactly the same platform, so both of these machines are built identical. The only difference is that this one has a battery in the back of it, where this one has a petrol engine. Ground speed on the two of them is 11.3 kilometres an hour. One huge advantage that the electric mower has over a petrol powered machine is the huge difference in maintenance that's required. So as you can see, it's a sealed unit here. All we need to do is be able to charge the machine, and we always have our indicator on the dashboard here as to how much charge is in the machine, and down on the front here. As we sort of talked about before, there are no belts on the cutter deck. When we look at that differently on a petrol powered machine, we need to get in here at our spark plugs. We need to clean or change the air filter. We're changing engine oil. We're doing fuel filters. We're down here potentially looking at belts on cutter decks as well. From a maintenance point of view, a lot more that we have to do there compared to this machine, which annually all you need to do is clean underneath the cutter deck, make sure the deck's level, and maybe sharpen or replace your blades. Big advantage that the electric machine has over the petrol powered unit. Another distinct difference between electric and petrol is the noise that comes off the machine. So when we have a look at a petrol engine, there is quite a bit of noise there that comes off the machines. As opposed to the electric machine, there is no noise whatsoever. It's really only the tyres on the ground turning over that you're actually hearing. So cutter deck noise is the same on both of them. The only thing I guess that you do notice with the electric machine, because it's so quiet, is that you do notice all those bumps and groans which are normally drowned out by the petrol engines. Not something to be put off by. I guess it's just because this machine is just super quiet in the first place. A really handy feature that John Deere's put onto these electric mowers is home modes. We've all been there, we're getting to the end of our mow, we're trying to get that last little bit done. So what happens with the electric mower is it will mow down to zero and the blades will stop. However, after that, you still have time on the machine, so it goes to home mode, and that's enough time for you to travel home and get the machine back on the charger. So you're not going to get stranded down in the paddock, which you might do if you're trying to run the gauntlet with a petrol machine. The big advantage that a petrol machine currently has over its electric counterpart is range. So there are a range of cutter deck sizes, and there's a range of series as well. So as we step up from, say, a 300 series, and you can see the framework on this one, we go to a Z5, where that framework is bigger, Z7, bigger again, and then of course the 900 series. So with that framework comes increased drive speed. So this machine here in this 300 platform, they all drive at the same. So it doesn't matter whether it's petrol or electric, they will both drive at 11.3 kilometres an hour. Once we get up into those bigger machines, we're getting into 12, 13, 16 kilometres an hour. So we are getting a substantial step up in ground speed on the machines, which just means that you're going to get the job done quicker. Because we're getting the job done quicker, because we've got that extra ground speed, we are getting bigger cutter decks. No longer are we having a 42-inch deck, we're getting into 48, 54, 60 and 72. So there are a lot more options presently, and I guess it is presently in petrol ride-on mowers, because in years to come the electric stuff will just get bigger and we'll have more of a range available. So if we've got a more rugged built machine and we've got more ground speed and we've got a bigger cutter deck, clearly we can mow a lot bigger area as well. So, as I said before, the electric mower at the moment is up to 2 acres of mowing, but in years to come we will see that start to get out to similar sizes that the petrol machine is. Okay, so as a bit of a recap, when we talk about the petrol mower, there's some clear advantages this machine has at the moment. So ground speed is one of those. The quality of engine, because they are larger capacity, so it just means that we can get a much bigger area done with the machine. And when we come over here to the electric machine, there are some fantastic advantages that this machine is going to have in years to come. So if you're only mowing 2 acres at the moment, this machine is going to be an ideal thing to consider, because it's going to save you a lot of time and money, probably frustration as well, and make your mowing a bit more pleasurable. I guess the big downside at the moment is that we are limited by what we can do. So we're mowing to 2 acres at the moment, but in years to come we will see machines that are going to be mowing 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 acres. Watch this space and we'll see what happens. So that's it. We've had a look at both the petrol machine and we've had a look at the electric machine. There's clear advantages to both of them. So I hope this video has helped you in that choice. And if you have any more questions about, don't hesitate to contact one of your local Hutchin and Pearce branches. So until next time, see you then.